I want to talk about, because you were in two of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
One being The Sopranos, obviously. I want to know if you get annoyed the fact that everyone is always bringing up The Sopranos to you and calling you Meadow, or if you just like embrace it.
I would never say annoyed. I mean, you can't ever like have a negative about being involved with a show like that. The only thing is sometimes I wonder, I'm like, will it ever not be mentioned? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it will. It will always just be a point of conversation in every interview or anything that I ever do. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with it
because it's such an iconic show, and I think it's like you kind of have to embrace that. I mean,
of course, happily.
Oh my God!
So I have to.
She has to watch. Yeah,
I have never watched The Sopranos.
Me neither. So I'm with you.
So you've never watched it?
No,
not one episode.
When I was when I was little. Not that little, but like my parents watched every episode, and I think like I still have it ingrained in my brain. Like I would try and peek around the corner when they were watching, and they would be like, "Get out! You can't watch this. This is inappropriate." And like I got yelled at so many times for like trying to sneak in and watch it.
Forbidden show for you.
I'm like, it is a forbidden show. I'm like, I can't watch. I'll get in trouble.
See, that's like the opposite of my parents. They kind of just, I'm the third child, so they just let me watch whatever, and that was Sopranos and Entourage, which Entourage is my favorite show of all time. So I remember as a kid watching them, and then when I grew up, I rewatched it all back and like finally understood what was going on. Like I feel like I was just watching and was entertained but didn't really get it.
Yeah.
And now I get it.
Yeah.
Did you love or was it super weird to be playing yourself, like kind of?
Well, I was a huge fan of Entourage, and I kept asking to be on it, and when Sopranos was airing, they wouldn't let me, which I understood why.
Yeah.
And I'd become friendly with the guys because of being at HBO events and whatnot, and Doug Ellen, who's a creator. And so when Sopranos was finished, Doug said, "Jamie, HBO's cleared you. Do you want to come on the show?" And I'm like, yes. And he's like, all right, I'm writing something a little racy. Like, tell me if you're down for it. I'm like, well, it's clearly a fictionalized version of me. Sure. Right. This sounds, I would love to be, instead of like Vinny or Vince's, love interest, to be with Turtle. And so it was supposed to be just like a one-off, and then we had some chemistry, and they invited me back, and then it turned into like a 1.5 gig.
Oh
so
my God,
it was awesome.
It was amazing. That was like my favorite season. I have to say, I'm obsessed with the show. Did you ever feel like people were confusing you and your character as Jamie-Lynn Sigler on the show, considering you were playing yourself?
I think because I also in real life started dating Jerry, that yes, I think some lines got a little blurred there. But I mean, I would like to say, like, I obviously would never jerk off a stranger on a plane. And, like,
just make that clear.
Like, I'm not going to buy my boyfriend's Porsches. Like, that's not me.
Right. And that is funny but I feel like everybody kind of has that persona on the show, like just because the show was so popular and so funny. Like you see any of those, even those guys who weren't playing themselves, like
totally.
You see Jerry Ferrara and you're like, your name isn't Jerry. Like,
yes, of course. And everyone assumes he's like, has like 100 joints in his pocket. Right, Jerry's like, I don't smoke weed at all.
Right. And it's kind of like seeing Mark Wahlberg on the show. I feel like Mark Wahlberg was kind of a dick in Entourage.
Right.
Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob Saget. Well, Bob Saget is
I know,
Saget.
but it was still
that is Bob Saget. Right. Although he didn't show that side to us, but that is Bob Saget. But like Mark Wahlberg, I'd watch, I'd be like, damn, he's a real dick on the show, but I bet he's not like that in real life because they're playing yourself within a character.
Yeah. Exactly.
What was it like, back to Sopranos, what was it like being on set and kind of behind the scenes? Because obviously you're a younger girl and all of these grown men around you. What was that like?
I was the princess. I mean, and they all treated me like that. I mean, there were some times where I like wished that like I was, not treated so much like the kid, but in hindsight, I appreciate it. They were so protective of me and loving, and the whole experience in general. Like I always look back at it and I understand now and I appreciate what I got to be a part of, but it's the only thing I can really connect to it when in my memories is the personal experience. Like I went through so much. I was 16 when we started. I was 26 when it was done. I went through an eating disorder. I went through a marriage and a divorce and like a lot of ups and downs. And those people were the people other than my family that were like really there for me. They didn't care what I looked like, what I was going through season after season. They just wanted me to be the best I could be. And I'll take with me forever, Right.
And with a show that went on for so long, it's hard not to become just like one big family.
Completely.
And you're playing a family as
well.
Exactly. So it all fits in.
Exactly.